Hey, welcome back to the channel here. We're going to start by creating some self-signed certs with XCA. That way you guys don't have to purchase or be safe when you're using your browser on a non-secure encryption here. As you can see in the demonstration, I downloaded Windows Admin Center, and my browser was it was not encrypting. So you see this a lot on different applications. So you got to either purchase a cert or create a cert. There's a lot of companies out there. There's a lot of open sources. XCA is one. There's Let's Encrypt. There's OpenSSL. If you have Active Directory, you can create a wildcard from there. You can create a cert from there. So, but right now it's CXC, XCA, and I already have it here. I'm gonna open up my XCA database. You can download it for free and start creating some certs. But before you create a cert, you have to create a root CA, and then an intermediate CA. That way, it trickles down to give you certs for. These are the authorities that are going to give you the certs. These two. So by that being said, let's go ahead. Here's my. So open up Windows, open up MMC, add in the snap-in certificates add. Make sure you choose local computer, local account. That way, everybody is able to use it. Any other user, and then we'll go from here. These steps. So let's start. I already have it open. CCA, MMC, and then I opened it. I went here. It's not. Some of you might already have this open, but if it's the first time, you open. You hit run. You type in MMC, and then you want to open up your certs. Once you add the cert, you okay it, and then you open it. You just keep this just open, but we're going to be working with creating the cert here. So if you don't have a root cert, a root CA cert yet, when you're going to have to go, and it's another video, but you have to have these two so you can create certs, and then they'll just fall in here. You'll start archiving them in this small database. So let's go to the intermediate. Let's do a new cert. As you can see, it's going to be using the intermediate cert to generate the cert. Everything stays the same. So the subject line, internal name. This is very important. You got to name it. W admin. So it's Windows Admin Center, and then common name needs to match up. Windows Admin Center. For whatever reason, you just have to follow these steps. You can Google it, but I've already been. You can put some more information here if you want to. If you were at a corporate, I mean, you can. If you were at a corporate and environment, and you needed to create certs, well, you'll have to get the CRS. That's a different topic, but the CRS gets all this information, and then you upload it to a vendor, or if you guys have a cert. A certificate program or something that creates the root. But in other words, you'll get the cert and a bundle for multiple computers on different domains and stuff. This is for local computer. So email address, you can fill in the rest. Generate the key. Here's the important part. Keep it at this encryption. You can change the encryption key, but 2848 is the default. Create. Okay. Extension, another important one. And identity. Make sure this is selected. 365. I normally like to put it out a year. I don't do 3 years. And then this you have to point it back to the DNS. The DNS in my case would be my name, or the Windows my computer name, or the application. I'm gonna put both because it needs to tie back to something to open, right? Windows, if I can spell Windows Admin Center. I'm gonna add that, and then I'm gonna add my computer name as a DNS as well, so it can point back to that. My computer name is JC. You guys can find yours. And then I'm gonna also put the IP. I'm gonna put the loopback. By now, you guys should know what the loopback is. Just pointing back to your IP, to your network card. So these three should be sufficient uh, to your browser to identify who you are and that application once it opens, right? So all this, you got to make sure it's correct. Key usage, digital and key. This also has to always be applied. Server and client, always. Client, and then the rest you can just leave it default. As you can see, advanced, it loads up everything you just selected. And comments, you can add comments, but I just leave it as is. Okay, and once you okay, it will adjust the time automatically. Now this is using the XCA. Other programs, they're the same, similar, but you'll have different options, different tabs. So once it creates it, it'll be under all these, my list right here, right? So now the fun part, you're gonna export it. You're gonna export it to your computer because you're gonna import it from the computer back to the accounts of the MMC. Let's go ahead and another important part, and this needs to be selected, is the PKC 12. That way it can give you an encryption key. Otherwise, it's gonna fail. So these steps, I already tried it multiple times until I got it. You guys can keep trying, but I recommend it because that way you don't have to purchase it and you have your own. And you can use this. You can use this in companies if they want to have one self cert. Now, if you want a wild card cert, that's a different story. But here, so I imported it to a folder which I already have. Hopefully, it went there. Let's double check. Export. Yeah, this is where I wanted WCA. Let's open it up. WCA. So, okay, let's refresh. Let's see if it did. Probably didn't. Okay, let's go back into the program. Let's make sure where it went. Export. Let's just make sure it goes there. I went to the downloads. Okay, I'm gonna put it right there. I already did it once, so I put a hold on that one. I was testing it before, that way it works. So now it's right here, cert. So now that we have it here, we go back into here to the console. Make sure, of course, it's on the local computer, and then you want to all task import local machine. The file name, let's find it. It's right here. This is the one we just downloaded. If it doesn't bring you to this path when you find your path, right? And you gotta make sure you hit next. Personal, yep, personal. This always has to hit the personal because your root falls right here and then the intermediate falls right here. So when you create those two, you have to drop those two, which remember I said in another note. In a different video, I'll probably do a root just to follow up. Finish. Import successfully. So this is the one I just did right now. Nope, let's look for it. Well, yes, it is because I already had one, but the one that is done closer falls on here. Like you guys can see, 12 is 8, and then 12/2/26. Make sure today's 12/8/25. So we know we already have one right here, and then we can see the blueprint if we need. Sometimes some applications you can apply the cert just by this blueprint number. You copy it and then you paste it once you go through it. This is the main piece right here. So all right, so this cert is good. Like certificate is good. Okay. So this is it. Hopefully you guys can get something out of this and use it to your advantage, because nowadays everything costs. Hopefully you guys enjoy the video.